m'appelle Roger Perrault. Je suis avec les forces canadiennes, avec les ingénieurs. Je suis marié avec 4 enfants et j'ai été blessé en Afghanistan. Mon accident, ça allait arriver le 7 octobre 2006. J'ai décidé de marcher au long du côté du lave. Le lave, il a bougé, puis ça a frappé ça s'appelle un IED, mais c'est un explosif improvisé. Et le blast m'a frappé, puis ça a compressé ma colonne vertébrale. J'ai mal, puis c'est toujours là, tu sais, tu vas pas l'ignorer, c'est là. C'est vraiment, là, c'est ça qui est dur. Comme la première année, là, je vais être honnête avec vous autres, là, c'était le même, c'était vraiment grave, là, tu sais, j'étais toujours en colère pour toutes sortes de petites affaires, là, vraiment, là, c'était de la stupidité. Les enfants avaient peur de moi parce que j'étais pas vraiment moi, là, tu sais, c'était quelqu'un de différent, là, tu sais, comme j'étais toujours fâché, vraiment, là, fâché. C'est la médaille de Bosnie. J'ai été là 3 fois.
I'm wondering if your puppet could share 2 feelings that they have of a child whose parent is being deployed, okay? So your mom or your dad, their mom or dad is going to be sent to Afghanistan, and just if they could share 2 feelings that they have about that. How about you?
I feel worried in case he gets hurt, and kind of sad.
Worried and kind of sad, yeah. Turtle?
I'd feel stressed out and worried.
Very good.
Maybe.
Thank you, Turtle.
I feel sad and
I don't know.
Confused?
Yeah, confused.
Je m'appelle Audrey Ménard. Moi, mon beau-père est en Afghanistan en ce moment. Il va revenir bientôt le 18 novembre. Puis j'ai 2 petits frères de 2 ans et 3 ans. Puis j'ai une grande sœur qui vient juste de partir pour le collège militaire.
oh non, tu m'as eu.
C'est plus de responsabilité à prendre à la maison, puis surtout comme m'occuper de mes petits frères, puis comme m'occuper de ma mère aussi, parce que, tu sais, je vais la consoler quand elle va avoir des moments de faiblesse, puis je vais m'occuper d'elle quand je vais m'occuper de mes frères, puis quand je vais m'occuper de moi.
On va-tu mettre les ustensiles maintenant?
Fait que je prends la responsabilité de lui aussi, en même temps de prendre la mienne.
T'as pas besoin?
So in terms of sharing some of the things that are inside and private, that's not as big an issue for you?
No, I tell my mom like everything.
Okay. So how about for the others?
Kind of gets hard to talk about stuff that you don't exactly want the world to know.
Okay. So it's kind of like people looking in your diary? Is that kind of what it feels like? Yeah.
I'm Madeline Mills, but people call me Maddie. This is my mother, Cindy Mills, and my brother, Evan.
Daddy. Fixing the house.
I also have 2 younger siblings, Delaney and Connor, and currently our father, Scott Mills, is deployed in Afghanistan.
And so how about for you guys with this tour? Is it any different than when he went to Bosnia?
No. You know he's in danger.
Yeah. But we don't watch the news very much, do we?
Nope.
This is the Cruz family. They have 3 girls. Jill is their mother, and Jill happens to be my mom's best friend.
Fromage, Carrie.
Hey. Je reviens. J'ai pas de...
Jill and my mother are inseparable. Throughout this tour, they are just always together. Both their husbands are deployed, so they help each other, and they're like a second family. They're our family. I can consider Jill as my second mother if I wanted to.
We met
each other through our kids.
Breakfast, then we were doing breakfast together.
Mommy.
Well, I think when you're on deployment and you're responsible for absolutely everything, and it gets overwhelming, you need that other person to bounce ideas off of how do I solve this problem.
Yeah.
I have one more drawing thing for you to do, though. I'm going to tell you in a second. Well, I'd like you to draw a memory that you have of being in the military. Could be a good memory, it could be a bad memory, it might be a different place you were at. Either side of the plate, you decide on the back or the front.
Mine's all stickman.
Yeah, mine
Yeah,
too.
that's what I do. I do stickman too. So what's there, Matthew?
That's me thinking back to what happened to my dad. It's my dad flying from the IED that went off. And there's just some other army man who's like, oh no!
Wow, that's a pretty, kind of a scary picture.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, thank you. That's a great one.
Little brother.
And Alyssa?
Alicia.
Alicia, sorry.
That's my dad coming home from the airport.
You have a pretty big family. Is that your whole family?
Yeah.
Wow, you have a big family.
We're all sisters and brothers.
Oh, okay.
And we have another little
We have
brother.
another little brother, Derek.
Right, right. Okay, coming home. Good one.
It's really bad drawing. I've never drawn this bad. It's supposed to be Thanksgiving dinner, and there's a sad face because that's when we found out my dad was got hurt in Afghanistan.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
it's a tough one. Thank you for sharing that, Marissa.
Sometimes he loses his temper faster and stuff, and sometimes it can be embarrassing because we have if we have friends over or something, we have to try and make sure that he's not going to lose his temper or anything like that. So I don't know, we just gotta deal with it kind of thing. We can't really do anything, so
I don't think we will ever move on because it will be always in our life. So,
Do you think he'd be willing to talk to you?
I don't think so.
Ça te fait mal au cœur parce que je sortais mon mal contre eux autres, là, vraiment. Là. Puis tu veux pas faire du mal à tes enfants, mais c'est dur à contrôler, vraiment. Là. C'est une affaire là, que ça prend du temps à contrôler. Là. C'est pas facile. Tu as des cauchemars, tu dors pas bien, tu as des flashbacks avec ce qui est arrivé là. Ça revient toujours là, dans ta mémoire. La grosse histoire, c'est de perdre tes copains là-bas. C'est ça qui est l'affaire. Moi, j'ai perdu un sergent là-bas, sergent Stachnik. Vraiment. C'est vraiment dur. Après ça, t'as des soldats qui se font blesser. C'est pas facile. C'est quelque chose que tu ne peux pas oublier.
Hi, you've reached the Cruz family. I'm sorry we're not able to take your call at this time, but if you please leave a message, we'll be sure to get back to you.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just calling back again. I love everybody and say hello, Megan and Victoria and Gary, and I'll try and call another time. Bye.
Do you miss your dad?
A bit.
Not more than that?
Well, he's kind of not the happiest guy, I should say. He's kind of mad, so him not being here, it's kind of a bit nicer, if you get what I mean, because he's not always, because he's usually yelling a lot, so it's kind of a bit nicer not having him here. Not saying that I don't want him or anything, but
No. But do you know why he yells a lot, or?
yes, because he's used to being in the military, and that's the way he would treat his troops.
And so I guess he kind of does that with us a bit, so, and yeah. Well, for the last 3 years, he basically hasn't been living with us, because 2 years ago we weren't here, and he was in Petawawa, so he would only come with us during the weekends. Then last year, he was going on all this training, so he was barely home, and then this year he's in Afghanistan.
Knowing that he's in Afghanistan, are you worried a bit?
Yeah.
Do you think about it sometimes?
Yeah, especially the last week, where last week 3 troops died, and then this week 3 troops died, so it's kind of sad.
So how do you feel about it?
Worried that he might end up one of those 3 guys that, like, could have been him or something. He could be in danger right now, hurt, maybe, so I feel kind of really bad and kind of, I don't know.
Okay, get them. They need to eat. I did not just make 3 boxes of my favorite craft dinner for them or nothing. Evan, paper routes? Oh God. Can you do mine, please? No. I have 5 kids to look after, and my ankle is really hurt. I will pay you $5. $5? Okay. Are you gonna eat? Go have a seat, girl. What? Come here. Are you gonna eat first? Yeah.
When my dad goes away, there's always the added pressure of looking after the kids more often. For example, tonight I have to look after my own siblings, plus the crew's children since my mother is going out with Jill.
And water.
I work all the time babysitting, mostly just babysitting so my mom can go run errands, get us food. Sometimes it gets annoying because you just constantly have to look after kids and there's never time for yourself.
I don't like it. I always eat it. Delaney, Victoria, and Megan. I didn't do it.
And good one, Evan. Leave it empty.
I don't want people to pity me for being military.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be, oh, let's feel bad for her because her dad's in Afghanistan. No. Like when someone says, where's your dad? He's in Afghanistan. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, don't be sorry. It's his job. Like, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not his fault. He wanted to go to Afghanistan. There's nothing you can do.
Someone has to do it.
I'd want him to be home, but I'm not that sad because I know he's going to be fine. And I know he's going to come home. But, like, if I think something's going to happen to him, something will happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't think that something's going to happen to him.
Gotta stay positive.
And I just go on with life.
Well, I guess when some people come back, they're not exactly the same as when they left, because it can be a traumatizing, like, experience for some people. So it can be hard for families when they do come back. Like, you expect to have your dad as he was when he left, and he's not when he comes back, so.
It's a new way of life. He's a different man, and we've learnt that he looks like Dad, walks like Dad, but he's not Dad that we sent overseas.
You know if Dad's in a bad mood or not, because like he'll be cleaning, you'll come home and he'll be cleaning, and you know then that he's in a bad mood, because for some reason when he's in a bad mood, everything has to be like perfect.
There's days I call home from work and say, what kind of mood is Dad in today? And Marissa will go, oh, he's in a bad mood. I'll be like, I'll be home in an hour. I think I'll do more paperwork before I come. Just because I almost got to build up that courage and energy to walk in the house and face it, because the kids will call me because they don't want to talk to him. To the point where I'm at work and I get phone calls at work. And he's here because he's still only working a couple days a week, half days. Many days I just get very frustrated, and as awful as this sounds, Marissa's almost like my sounding board. She is my daughter, but she's my oldest, and I depend on her for a lot, and sometimes I have to learn that she's only a kid and she has to have her own life, but there's days where I just think, I can't do this no more.
Hey, Mom.
Where's Dad?
He's gone.
Where's he gone?
He's gonna do everything. He says I'm gonna
Dinner?
I don't know.
Oh. What are we having for dinner?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Salut! Oui, toi? Comment ça va? Qu'est-ce qui me rassure, c'est que de savoir que lui, il reste sur le camp et qu'il va pas sortir. Mais tu sais, c'est quand même... Ça fait peur quand même de savoir qu'il est là-bas puis que là-bas, c'est la guerre, tu sais. Puis que, tu sais, quand je vois les nouvelles qui disent genre, il y a quelqu'un de mort telle journée en Afghanistan, tu sais, ça me fait peur. Je me dis, crime, ça aurait peut-être pu être lui. Puis... Je pense que ma mère, elle ressent la même chose, là, comme c'est certain. Des fois, il parle au téléphone, puis il dit « Je t'aime, faut que je te laisse » puis il baille, là. William, tu dis allô à papa. Tu veux-tu dire allô à papa, William? Stéphane, tu peux-tu parler à papa, à William? OK. Je te le passe. Bye-bye. Moi aussi, je t'aime. Allô, papa? Allô, papa? C'est mes deux petits frères, tu sais, quand ils voyaient pas leur père, c'est certain que... Ils sont tristes, puis ils te le quittent. Allô? Allô? T'es-tu allô à papa? Allô? Ton papa, hein? Tu fais-tu des becs soufflés? Oh, t'es fin, il fait des becs soufflés. Ça m'a déjà tenté de comme aller dans l'armée, mais finalement, plus j'y pense, c'est comme j'aime vraiment le sport. Puis je me suis dit, aller dans l'armée, ça va être parfait pour moi, je vais pouvoir faire du sport, je vais pouvoir avoir du fun. Puis... Mais finalement, plus j'y pense, plus je me dis que c'est pas ce que moi j'imaginais pour moi, puis ça me tente pas de me battre pour des causes perdues. Veux-tu parler à maman, là? OK, je te passe. Mon tour. Bye-bye. En Afghanistan, pour moi, je pense que c'est une cause perdue parce qu'on se bat tellement depuis longtemps. Puis je me dis, regarde, il n'y aura pas de fin, là. Ils ont quelque chose dans la tête, puis ça va pas sortir du jour au lendemain, là. Veux-tu encore du jus? Moi, je dirais que la guerre, ça se règle pas avec la guerre, que c'est pas en te battant contre du monde que tu vas finir par revenir à un consensus. Tiens, William, dis-tu bye-bye à papa? Papa. Tu dis-tu je t'aime, papa? Aller sortir les armes, puis let's go, on se bat, puis on tue du monde, ça va rien faire. Comme, oui, ça peut faire un impact, mais ça va donner quoi? Donc moi, je pense que pourquoi est-ce qu'on commence tout de suite pas à faire régler la guerre avec la paix au lieu de régler la guerre avec la guerre? Mais non, le papa, il faut qu'il raccroche. Bye-bye, William. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye, bye. Il va rappeler un autre jour. OK?
I want to be a scientist. I like weather, kind of.
So you want to be a meteorologist?
Yes.
In the military?
I'm planning on doing that because, well, if I'm in the military, they pay for college, so that's a kind of good thing to have.
So you'd like to be a military like your dad?
A bit. Well, not really. Because I don't really like being posted, and if I have family, I find it's hard to go through having military life always being posted. I kind of want to be able to like stay in one house and have a family and just not have to move all the time. And I would kind of like my dad around more, and also if he wasn't in the military, I think he'd be a bit nicer.
There's a reason you were born into the family. So I knew I was born into this family because God obviously knew that I could handle the fact having 3 other siblings, moving every 5 to 2 years, having my father away for 3 years of my life consecutively. Like, there's a reason you were born into this lifestyle, and just don't get depressed over it.
You're not the only one either.
Yeah.
You're not the only one out there that's living the same way as you are, so.
When he got diagnosed with PTSD. I say we just because as a family, whole family deals with it. He's done a lot of group therapy and courses and stuff. As for the kids and I, you can't do it on your own. We tried. For 2 years, we tried. And you can't. Because you end up hurting yourself, as Marissa did.
You cut yourself. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what happened or...
She took a pencil sharpener and the little blade, she unscrewed it and took that. And a classic sign of cutters is they'll wear long sleeves. Alicia noticed it and brought it to my attention, crying, saying, Marissa's hurting herself, Mom. And I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, check her. And I'm like, okay. So I got Marissa to strip down, and sure enough, we found her cutting herself.
My counselor's trying to help me build a relationship more with my dad because the situations in day-to-day life now, since I didn't get help for 2 years, you get used to it, you learn how to deal with it yourself kind of thing. But like I did stupid stuff, and probably if I would have had counseling or help, I probably wouldn't have. So. What worries you?
That he's might not be the same, and he could like be changed because he might have seen his friends die or something, and he could be like kind of depressed or something.
What do you think of war?
I think it's not a pleasant place. It's kind of sad to know that people have to die, and I don't think there should be wars, but I guess if you want peace, there's usually always a war for it.
Relay, pick up your rifles, adjust your positions.
Je te conseille, ce serait le fun, tu viens de me rejoindre.
Ben pourquoi moi, c'est comme moi qui est comme pas vraiment genre armée puis le kit, pourquoi moi je serais aussi bonne que tout le monde d'autre?
Non, mais je veux dire, c'est pas... Oui, c'est axé sur le militaire, mais je veux dire, tu sais, comme moi aussi, là, au début, là, tu sais, juste le fait de porter un uniforme, ça me dérangeait, là, tu sais, me connais.
Ouais.
Puis tous ces bords, là, mais... non, mais tu sais, l'armée, c'est genre... Aussi ridicule que ça puisse paraître, c'est aussi l'image de paix. Puis je veux dire, ce qu'on fait en Afghanistan, là, on le fait pas pour tirer sur tout le monde, là.
Vous prenez quand même avec des guns dans les mains, là, on s'entend que...
Non, je sais, mais je veux dire... C'est une façon d'obtenir le contrôle, c'est une façon de protéger les gens. Tu peux pas protéger quelqu'un en faisant rien, je veux dire. Si c'est pas pour toi, c'est correct, Audrey, je veux dire. Faut que tu fasses ce que t'aimes dans la vie.
Oui, je
mais,
sais.
Je sais pas, moi j'ai trouvé que c'était une bonne opportunité. Autant que j'aime les arts, autant que j'aime différentes choses comme, tu sais, moi aussi ça m'intéressait, les médias, puis tout ça. Mais en tout cas, ça te regarde, puis c'est comme tu veux. Moi j'ai vécu des belles expériences avec ça jusqu'à date, fait que de l'autre côté,
Puis
je
des
vois ça.
mauvaises.
Ben, partir, c'est toujours un choc. Je veux dire, c'est pas nécessairement facile. Puis je veux dire, j'ai un poste qui est plus comme en arrière-plan, un métier de support.
Ouais.
Mais c'est sûr que je pense, là. Mais je veux dire, tu sais, des risques, il y en a partout, là.
On va être tout le monde ensemble, même Sonia.
Ouais.
Ça va être un beau Noël cette année.
Ben, c'est une grosse année aussi.
Oui.
Elle a recommencé à travailler. Moi, je suis parti. Sonia est rentrée, elle est partie de la maison.
Ah oui, l'an passé, au jour de l'an, là, je me disais, oh non, l'année 2008, pour moi, c'est pas une bonne année. Stéphane s'en va en Afghanistan. Sonia part de la maison pour aller au collège. En plus, il a fallu à Kingston que j'aille à l'hôpital parce que Xavier s'était cassé un bras. Toute seule à l'hôpital avec le petit. Pas de papa pour me tenir. C'est fait. Quand t'es revenu, là, ça a été comme la fin de la grosse année des épreuves. Fait que là, quand on va arriver au jour de l'an 2009, là, ça sera pas pareil comme l'an passé.
Do you think your parents know you're worried, or are they think everything is perfect in your world?
I think that they do know it's not like the perfect life that we want, but and they probably do know a lot that it's like uncomfortable for us to think about that kind of stuff, but they can't really help it. It happened.
Yeah. But it's interesting, when I work with families, it's very common for family members to say exactly that they don't want to say what's in them because they don't want to hurt anybody. They don't want to hurt their mom, they don't want to hurt their dad, don't want to hurt their daughter. And so you get these like little secrets, but everybody kind of knows, right? Yeah. One of the things that actually feels like it would add problems is by talking about it, but all of what we find in working with families and kids is talking about it actually makes things lighter.
I don't know, it's kind of like embarrassing to talk about stuff like that for me, so it's just weird. Like, especially that, like, people that know me, it's kind of weird.
Just vas-y.
Et le troisième?
Ça, c'est la médaille pour le service de paix. Ça couvre pas mal tous les tours qu'on faisait au commencement. Comme la Bosnie, c'était pas mal des tours de service de paix.
Le quatrième?
Ça, c'est la médaille d'Afghanistan. Puis c'est une médaille de guerre. Excuse-moi. C'est une médaille de guerre. Puis c'est vraiment la médaille d'avoir parce que, d'après moi, là, c'est la médaille la plus dure à accomplir dans les forces en ce moment. Je suis fier de porter les médailles, vraiment. C'est un accomplissement que c'est pas facile à faire. Puis il y a du monde qui sont pas capables de le faire. C'est pour ça que, d'après moi, tu devrais être fier de porter ça.
De quoi vous êtes le plus fier de votre père?
Et on est fiers de tous ces accomplissements. Mais comme l'Afghanistan, c'est la seule qu'on vraiment se souvient. Comme Bosnien, on se souvient un peu, mais pas beaucoup. Donc, Afghanistan.
Je sais que ça fait de la peine de mes enfants. Puis j'aime pas ça. Parce que je vis avec assez de peine moi-même. Je ne veux pas voir mes enfants pleurer à cause des affaires comme ça, là. C'est assez. J'aime pas ça.
C'est la première fois, Roger, que tu parles de médailles
avec
tes enfants?
Oui. C'est ça l'affaire qui me tient à constituer jour par jour, c'est la famille. Parce que si j'étais célibataire, les chances seraient toutes bien différentes.
Papa, il a pris sa place. Hein? Il a pris la place du chef. Tu manges à ton assiette, s'il te plaît.
Tu sais ton assiette, Xavier.
Et là, ton assiette. Tchin tchin. Tchin tchin. Tchin tchin, mon amour. Avec moi?
Je suis très fier qu'elle ait choisi d'aller au collège militaire. c'est ça. La seule chose, c'est qu'elle s'en va dans la marine, là. Moi, je suis dans l'armée. Fait que c'est la seule différence. Mais c'est pas grave, c'est... elle va être là, puis elle va faire son université, puis... en tout cas, je sais pas encore qu'est-ce qu'elle va décider de faire là-bas, là. Elle a 2 choix, là. Soit logistique ou soit service médical administration, c'est ça?
Administration des affaires de la santé.
C'est ça. Ben moi, c'est ça, il y a beaucoup de monde, je parlais, je disais, hey, ma fille va au collège militaire, puis tout ça, parce que je suis très fier de le dire. Puis c'est ça, puis là, je leur disais 2 métiers qu'elle pouvait faire, puis ils conseillaient d'aller à l'administration de la santé, que c'était plus bénéfique pour elle, là.
Oh, tu sais compter? Prends la petite corde, tu mets la branche dedans. Tu l'accroches ici? On va mettre en haut. C'est là? Non.
T'as un petit papier à mettre? On va mettre en haut.
Wow. Hey, belle.
Tiens.
We had a beautiful connection on Christmas Day. The kids each got to talk to him for 10 minutes at a time, telling them all about their day and talking about camels in Afghanistan. Beautiful, beautiful conversation.
I said hello, and he said, hello, Corriveau. I was like, oh, Daddy, you're on the phone. And I was just so happy to hear his voice. And we talked, and we found out that we were moving back to New Brunswick, so we were all whooping, and we were all happy, and it was a great day. Best Christmas present ever. Yeah.
He gave us the most beautiful news we could ever get. We were crying and laughing and yelling all over the house. We're going home, we're going home. We called my mother, just the opposite. 2 days later, the worst news, and I'm calling my mother with the worst news. On December 27th, we lost him to the Taliban. I had to sit down and tell them what happened. I said to the twins, your daddy's not coming home anymore. I'm so sorry.
It does bother me that the Taliban got him and tricked him. It does really make me sick. So I don't think anyone should die suffering. I think it's just wrong. But he died for our country, and I know that much. I was always proud of him. I loved seeing him in his uniform. And I loved telling everyone he was a soldier. I just felt so proud. I don't know. I don't really like to talk about it. I don't like saying, oh, my dad died, but I like to say it more like this. My dad is a hero, not my dad died in Afghanistan. That doesn't sound really nice. I'm really proud of my dad all the time, but sometimes I could have wished that he would have been in an easier job, a less dangerous one. Yeah. I don't like the word die at all.
We decided that part of his ashes would go to Beechwood, the military cemetery in Ottawa. And part of his ashes would go back home with us. We always had a place to visit him. And so I say the soldier is in Beechwood, and the dad and the husband will be in Fredericton. Something I found really difficult was over and over again, I'm meeting soldiers, mostly officers and colonels and general, oh, this meeting, that meeting, where we went to the visitation to see Greg and his casket. We had to get the girls, got their memorial crosses at the funeral home, and we had to meet the general. Before we even got to see him, it was like this was more important, and that was really difficult. They take over. It's their show, and it's very frustrating. He's their soldier. He's, their son, their brother, their comrade. You have to share him.
J'ai eu un de mes soldats que c'est le suicide. Parce que sont tout seuls, il n'y a personne à parler avec, ils n'ont pas d'aide vraiment. Là. Puis ce qui arrive, c'est qu'ils viennent au point qu'ils ne sont plus capables de résoudre les affaires tout seuls. So, c'est leur moyen de sortir, c'est le suicide. So. J'y ai pensé, mais c'est la seule affaire, comme je dis, c'est à cause des enfants et de la femme qui tient à aller.
They're very good at allowing the media to view the private moments of wives burying their husbands and publicize all that. But what about all the injured? What about all them? The physical injuries, the mental injuries, the stress the families go through. They keep that all hush-hush.
I realized anything can happen. So I got extremely scared. No matter how much I tried not to watch the news, it was always there that he was in danger. And there was nothing I could do about it. Every time another lav got hit or another person was attacked, my confidence got lower and lower and lower. But when my dad called from Cyprus saying he was in Cyprus, everything changed. He was coming home.
Sometimes it's kind of hard because I see my mom sad a lot, and I don't like seeing her sad. And then other people have fathers, and sometimes I get jealous of them, which I shouldn't do, but sometimes I wish I really had a dad, especially him.
9.5 pounds. I can't go greet the bus. That was the big thing. We're all waiting to greet the bus. I kept telling myself he's going to get off the bus, and now he's not getting off the bus.
No, I didn't even hear you.
You guys have to be excited. I mean, in 1 hour you're gonna get Scott.
I am excited.
Hey, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm good. I'm fine. I really am.
I was the first one to see him. It was very overwhelming, and a lot just kind of fell off my shoulders when I saw him because there was no need to worry anymore. Or whenever my mom couldn't get a hold of him, we didn't have to worry about that anymore because he was home. So it was good. We were all excited to see him and excited that he was coming home.
Thank you. Oh, it's French.
They're just happy to see you.
I get this question weekly. Why do people kill each other, Mommy? I look at her little eyes and I say, I don't know. I can't answer that. Because I'm not ready to answer it. I don't understand it.
At the beginning, we didn't see them. I never needed to babysit the cruise girls. They didn't come over that often. As time goes on, it starts healing things. Like May 1st passed, and that was when Greg was supposed to come home, and so that was rough. But like I was actually talking about it with Jill yesterday. And so like we all know we can't just ignore it happens, but we're getting through it, all of us together kind of. And I know her moving is going to be devastating for my family because Jill is like my mom's sister. Well, we went through so much together. Like we did the pre-deployment together and went to all the activities, and then we did the whole deployment together, and then we went to the Christmas dinners together, and we went through Easter and Thanksgiving. We did everything together, and now they're gonna leave.
There. It's always fault. I didn't spell right. Yes, you did. Your spelling has improved completely.
So I'll do 3 eggs right away.
At the beginning, he felt useless because he had nothing to do, because we all adapted when he was gone so that his chores that he did would be done. And now that he's back, we have to readapt so that he has stuff to do.
So yeah, it's kind of weird because now he'll be home for 5 or 6 months straight, and we haven't had that in almost 3 years.
Do I get my hash browns?
Yes.
Whenever I get home, work on getting to know them, getting back into their lives, and you make so much progress, and then you go away. It's kind of like you're always taking 2 steps back to take 1 forward with the relationships with the kids.
And where Jill and I
The thing about the military is as soon as you start feeling comfortable at home again, it's going to be time to start heading out on exercises again. So it's always this roller coaster ride that you go through with your family.
Just like that? Yes.
Madeline's probably been forced to grow up faster than she should have, because I go away and then she's next to step up and have to do some of the stuff I would do.
Yeah, I know. I'll go Mario.
You end up taking responsibility that normally you wouldn't do. Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump? We have a wump with just 1 hump, but we know a family has become more important, and it was important before, but it's kind of enjoying what we have now because you never know what's going to happen. I know for me at least, and I won't speak for anyone else that I was with over there, but I know for me, I lost any faith or trust in anybody that was local, that was there. Probably questioned the mission pretty well as well. I mean, we got to carry on. It got personal, right? I mean, yeah, we've lost a lot of guys before.
Oh, you mean it got personal in that it was Greg?
Yeah, I guess till this point with Afghanistan, I hadn't lost anybody that I'd known that well yet. There was a shift in almost everybody that you could see over there. So, and it was for everyone. It just made it just that much harder. It was like just a little bit more weight was being put onto our shoulders. And
I'm really tired. Just really tired. Deployment's tough. I mean, Jill's whole life has changed drastically through this deployment. I was just at Jill's house. House is all packed up. I could just start crying. Yeah, I could. Of course I'm gonna miss Jill. You know, this is my friend. And that's just how it is. You have the goodbyes, but it's not forever. Like, I know I'll see Jill again. But it'll be hard without Jill here. You bet.
And it says, Mr. Cruz was at dinner exams, that's 3 years ago. So everyone signed it, and I think it's really nice.
I started with the writing lessons. The last writing lesson, I had to hand the teacher the check, and I got emotional. I don't know why I get emotional about that. I think because he didn't see them ride. And now they're all back to riding because we can afford to all go now. You know, we can afford that now. So he's always giving us these gifts, but he's not here. So it's really hard. I wish he'd give me the gift of moving's over, because it's hard. It's hard without him. It's okay, but I really miss him right now. It's been so hard. The hardest was when we buried him. But I'm not done, you know that. I have to bury him back home. God, we have to bring him to the hotel room tomorrow night. You know? Because we have to pack him in the car. This is wrong. Me packing your husband in the car. And I try to be funny about it, but it's really hard. I mean, how do I explain that to my little girls? They all went to the grave on Sunday, and poor little Megan, she wouldn't let the tombstone go. She kept holding on to it. So.
I don't know how I'm gonna cope for the first week, or like the first month even. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have all these emotions. I'll be sad because my dad's was supposed to come home with us, and he's not.
He won't eat.
I feel stronger when I talk about it because I feel I give this situation a voice.
So I kind of just did it just so if there was somebody else like that's dealing with the same issues, you know, can't feel as alone. Because I know I felt very alone when a few years ago, because no one was there to help, so.
Comme je suis quelqu'un de pacifique, je dirais, puis je voudrais vraiment pas me retrouver à tirer sur quelqu'un ou même tirer sur un bout de papier pour comme me pratiquer. Je veux juste pas, c'est juste pas moi. Je veux pas afficher quelque chose, un côté de moi qui est juste pas là, puis que c'est pas un de mes côtés, puis d'afficher quelque chose que j'aime faire, puis que tu sais je vais être en plein temps, comme si je fais du théâtre, je vais pouvoir afficher mes couleurs puis comme dire tu sais je suis telle personne, mais comme dans l'armée, je pourrais pas faire ça nécessairement parce qu'il va falloir toujours que je me plie au règlement puis comme faire qu'est-ce que eux autres ils veulent que je fasse tout le temps.
Drive safe.
Come see me soon.